Professional landscaper Ahmed Hassan is tracking down shoppers for the perfect backyard project. And whoever has the guts to take him home is gonna luck out with a first-class backyard, complete with white column pergolas, a stone seat wall, and one serene moss rock waterfall. Professional landscaper Ahmed Hassan stakes out home improvement stores looking for do-it-yourselfers who need an extra hand from a pro. What they don't know is he's going to transform their simple project into a total backyard makeover. It's like winning the landscape lottery.
So get ready to get crafty. So what's the yard look like at home, man?
It sucks.
Yeah?
Yeah.
The front yard sucks, backyard
No, the
sucks?
front yard's cool. The backyard's what I'm working on right now. I just busted a pipe out, so.
What'd you do?
I really don't know. That's a great question.
Spencer and Mindy's backyard is screaming for some help. Between the busted fences and worthless retaining wall, it's just one big dust bowl.
Unless you have any burning desires that you want to give to me, the game starts now. Make some phone calls, get some folks here, because I'll be here about 8 o'clock in the morning. I don't know what to tell you about your husband taking home strange men, but yeah, look at that.
Yeah, it's crew.
Homeboy's got a little crew.
That's
look
awesome.
at that. Do you want to see what we've come up with?
Yeah.
All right, go to the backyard. Let's see what we got. Show them what the new run looks like.
No, right here we got a better retaining wall back here going in.
Not a better retaining wall, like a real
A real better retaining wall.
In the middle of that wall.
We're gonna have a seat bench right here in the middle of the wall, kind of to sit around and entertain.
It's gonna have a back to it.
But while you're sitting there, over here you're gonna be listening to a nice waterfall.
So Aaron's got you a beautiful water feature going in this back corner here. It's gonna give you some sound, it's gonna give you some rocks, it's gonna give you something that's a little more foresty looking.
And then to cover up your concrete, we're using stone mats, which are beautiful.
We've got a whole new back fence coming in for you guys because that one is basically rotten. We're gonna make it look good, and it's even gonna be kid friendly, but I can't tell you how until later.
That's correct.
And I've got deliveries coming here, and there's a small tractor that needs to come in here because it's time for demolition.
Let's go demo.
Love it.
Woo, yeah.
Get busy, y'all. What I do is I get the classic column bases and caps. We're gonna paint the pipe. We're gonna paint these. Later on, we're gonna install these to where we have a top and a bottom in your backyard, and you're gonna have these beautiful looking columns that are gonna be the bases, the supports for that pergola that's running along the fence and in front of the fence. So I want these to be at 8 feet. So that's where we need to cut. You're a pretty tall guy, so we're gonna start off with 8 feet, because above the column, we're actually gonna start stacking the different dimensions with our lumber to build that pergola. You have no idea what I'm talking about, do you?
I can't really hear you. I've got the ear plugged in already.
Why don't we just cut?
We did it. Good teamwork.
We've got to get a total of 6 of these done. We'll cut them all, we'll have somebody else paint them. You and I will go back there and start setting our posts. Go for it.
I hear he's a recycling genius, so I commend him on finding the poop pipe. I'm 100% okay with that. I think it's gonna be cool. This crazy vision I have is that it's gonna be like, where a king and a queen sit, and then Landon will come up with his little scepter and say, hey, that could be really weird.
This string line is how high we need the concrete to come up to. And to set it down right over the rebar and in line with the string there.
Okay.
We want the face of our block in line with that. And as you're doing it, put your level on it. And when the bottom of this level touches that, you're in the right spot as well. Start there and I'll tamp it. So what this does is it kind of makes the wall like it's one big giant concrete wall. If you want to keep going with this, just keep filling up the blocks, and as you get to the top, just kind of compact it down and then fill it up some more. I need to go mix some mortar so we can scratch coat the face of this tonight so we can be ready for stucco tomorrow.
Next, they add rebar and top it off with a bond beam.
A bond beam is what bonds everything together, hence bond beam. And the rebar pushed down in there once the concrete dries, just holds everything in place, makes it real strong. And you don't have to worry about the top falling over because it's tying down into the wall.
I've been working my tail off, according to me. I've kind of just been pushed into so many different places to cut or to screw or cement or whatever needs to be done. So I've been doing quite a bit.
And let's call it a night. We'll see you guys 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning.
All right.
I would say we're about 50% done, higher or lower, plus or minus.
There's lots left. They've got to turn a dirt mound into a waterfall, tile the large patio, and build a pergola. Plus, Ahmed dives right into Mindy and Spencer's surprise.
I still feel really good that this is going to be a project that we'll have done tomorrow. No problem.
Mark his words. It's day 2 of this crash next.
That back to go down.
Once the mound is compacted, they start stacking block to create the right shape for first fall, and then start adding the liners.
So next our felt goes down. It's gonna help soften any of these rough edges so it doesn't puncture the liner.
It's like making a bed, huh?
Yep. Okay, and then the liner, same thing. So let's go ahead and pop that mortar in right there to hold in our splash rock, first splash rock of the day.
All right.
And the most important thing on splash rocks is you want them level across this way.
Okay. Wow.
And Jude, you're pretty darn good. It's level as can be.
Next, they place the boulders on a bed of mortar,
Let's set that puppy right here.
add the pump, and then attach it to a hose that runs to the top of the water feature.
I got this all cut. It's gonna set in here, and then we just cover it with drain rock and we'll be done with it.
Nice.
We'll call it good. So go ahead and let's start filling the puppy up.
Ahmed brought in Dave to help liven up Spencer and Mindy's concrete patio with flagstone tiles. They've cleaned the area, mixed up a batch of thin set, and are ready to get things going.
What we're gonna do is basically take a bunch, slap it down. We're gonna start in the corner and work our way out.
Okay.
Right there, perfecto mundo. And then you flip the trowel over to the knot side. Just gonna be bringing it towards you in one direction. Okay, take this. Set them in place such as that.
Oh man, my wife is so awesome. She's totally rocking it out over there.
I'm starting to get a little concerned. I feel like we've been working really hard with all the tile, and then I stood back and looked, and we're only like a fourth of the way done with one patio. So I think we're gonna have to really get everybody working and start moving pretty fast to get it done in time.
Ahmed's plugging away at the pergola. Earlier, he created concrete foundations for the columns, and now they're dry and ready to start building on.
Can you do it, Spence?
I'm trying. Got it. Beautiful.
Shoot.
Nice work.
Next, they get ready to sandwich 2x8s to the 4x4 posts at the top of the column, and then add small 2x8s on the ends and in the center.
We've got to cut this post flush to match this.
Okay.
And then we'll put our 2x4s on the top. This guy's done.
So Jim and the guys move on to the longer pergola. The patio's setting up and just about ready for grout. So while that sits, Aaron and Mindy face the cinder block wall with a colored stucco. Give it a smooth finish with a wet sponge, and then add tile to the face of the seat and cap it with large pieces of stone. It's the final reveal next.
Here we are.
This day is winding down, but they still have a few more things to do before it's done. They've given the mortar a few hours to set up, so now they just need to lock the tiles in with a dark grout.
Okay, now the grouting, easiest part, just put a big blob down on the ground. We're gonna be doing a little bit different today because there's so many variances in the height of grout. We're just gonna use a grout sponge to push everything in, work everything around. Just kind of push it up into every nook and cranny you can find.
Okay. We need to bring in all of the rubber mulch and put the pavers down.
Come on, you guys. It's supposed to be a 2-day project.
And then I'm assuming just some finishing things. Before, it just looked like junk. It was dirty and there was nothing living back there at all. The fence was all falling over and falling apart. And now it looks amazing. It looks alive, it looks colorful. I love the water feature and the sound of it. It's amazing, adds to some of the ambiance back there. It looks relaxing. It looks bigger than when it started. It's definitely worth it.
When we met, you
him
said
bust
you
a
wanted a place to entertain. Okay? You got a little one, you want a place to entertain, and you wanted grass. I'm sorry I failed you. Well, we got some grass-like plants, but there is no grass back here. What we do have is an awesome pergola, got an outstanding fence, a stunning stone wall, a wonderful water feature, and a precious patio. Okay, that's pretty good.
That was good.
Really good. So, I don't know, you guys want to just stand around some more? Or meet my guys go. Woo! Go! We're out, you guys.
It actually, I think it had words on it that said, "This is the speaker here." And so somebody erased him. You know, he said, "I love you, Spence. You're a good friend. We'll do it all tomorrow. We're like best buds."